Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be covering is about the respiratory balance sheet. So let's get started with the first slide of respiratory balance sheet. This sheet is basically depicting the net gain of ATP for each molecule of glucose which is being oxidized in plants. So we are focusing main on plants. So this is the concept of respiratory balance sheet is basically the concept in the plants. So here is a diagram which is depicting that the net gain of ATP for each molecule of glucose oxidized in plants. So ATP and each molecule is being oxidized in the plant. So this is a diagram which is depicting this concept of respiratory balance sheet. We will be giving the example that how the respiratory balance sheet looks like. So this is the example of how a respiratory balance sheet looks like. So the table is representing the serial number, the stages of respiration, then the name of the molecules. For example, they are ATP, then NADH2, FADH2, and the total number of ATP obtained from them. So first, in the process of glycolysis, we will discuss the cycle. Basically, the cycle for the respiratory balance sheet occurs like this. There is a process of glycolysis. This is a very systematic process, and this will run in this way only, that there will be a glycolysis, then there will be a Krebs cycle, which is also known as the citric acid cycle, and then it will be ETS cycle, that is the electron transport uh, chain cycle, system cycle. So in glycolysis, what is happening is ATP is being produced, then NADH2 is being produced, which is 2, and total number of ATP which is being produced is 8. And in oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid, the NADH2 molecules occurs as 2, and FADH will not occur, and the ATP will also be not occurring. So the total number of ATP obtained here is 6. Then in Krebs cycle, that is the citric acid cycle, the total number of molecule which is obtained is 2 ATP. Then NADH2 is 6 and FADH2 is 2. So the total number of ATP obtained here is around 24. So if we calculate all these things, then we will get their total will be 30 ATP, 4 ATP, and 38 will be the total number of ATP which is being obtained. So this is how a respiratory balance sheet occurs. So there are certain assumptions which are taken into consideration while framing the balance sheet. So what are these assumptions? There are various respiratory processes such as Krebs cycle, glycolysis, and ETS. ETS I have already told that the process works in this way: the glycolysis cycle first, then the citric acid cycle, and then the ETS. So when the glycolysis cycle basically occurs, what is happening is the end product which has been there is the pyruvate. The pyruvate then converts, give rise to, it will go into the process and give rise to acetyl coenzyme A, and acetyl coenzyme A then acetyl coenzyme A then will get into the citric acid cycle, that is also known as Krebs cycle, and the whole process will repeat after this, and after this the ETS cycle. So they occur in sequence and follow an orderly pathway. So the sequential pathway functioning with one substrate forming the next with the glycolysis cycle. So glucose, in this the glucose is the respiratory substrate, and no intermediate substrate is used in the respiratory pathway. Glucose is the respiratory substrate. NADH, it is synthesized in the glycolysis, and it is transferred to the mitochondria and undergoes the oxidative phosphorylation. In Krebs cycle, the whole cycle of the Krebs cycle is being performed in the matrix of the mitochondria. So after the glycolysis cycle, it is being transferred to mitochondria and undergoes the oxidative phosphorylation. So that is why this line is being written here. Then all these pathways, they work simultaneously and they do not take place one after another. So all these pathways will run simultaneously. So these are some of the assumptions which has been taken place here. The substrates enter the pathway and are withdrawn from it as it when necessary. ATP is utilized when it is necessary, when it is needed energy. ATP is the energy which is utilized and when it is needed. So there are enzymatic rate which are controlled by multiple means. So there are many enzymatic ways which are controlled by multiple means. So such calculations are useful to appreciate the efficiency of the living system in extraction and the storing of energy. So they are talking about plants here. So such respiratory balance sheet is being useful for to appreciate the efficiency of the living system in extraction and storing the energy. So this is all about the respiratory balance sheet. These are some of the references from where I have taken the content. Thank you.